Do you know the first thing that he says to me? Open your mouth. When he takes a little wooden stick and pushes it around in my mouth, and he looks at my throat, likewise, God, the Lord Jesus, the great physician, does that with mankind. Do you know what he says? Your throat is an open sepulchre. Have you ever smelled decaying human flesh? When a little girl in Nashville was kidnapped many years ago, the sheriff of the county was a member of and a deacon in my church. He called me up and told me they had found the body of a little girl, and they were going out to exhume it. He wanted to know if I wanted to go with them. I got to the place where they had taken the body out. It had been buried several days, and the body was corrupt. Oh, it was terrible. I've never been as sick in my life as I was at the odor of corrupt human flesh. I always think of that in connection with this verse. When God looks down at you, friend, he doesn't say what a sweet little, fine little boy or girl you are. God says you smell like an old grave. Someone, I think it was Mel Trotter, said, if we could see ourselves as God sees us, we couldn't even stand ourselves. Well, that is what Paul is saying here. And with their tongues, they have used deceit. That's number two. And the second thing my doctor says to me after he looks at my throat is stick out your tongue. That's what the great physician says to the human family. Stick out your tongue. And when God looks at the tongue of mankind, that means your tongue and mine. Do you know what he says? The poison of asp is under their lips. There's a snake house and a place for reptiles in the zoo in San Diego, California, which I have been through several times. As I look at the vicious fangs of those diamondback rattlers, I think of the poison that is there. Friend, right now, if I go and look in the mirror, you will see a tongue that is far more dangerous than any diamondback rattlesnake. He can't hurt your reputation at all. He can't kill your body, but he can't hurt your reputation. You have a tongue that you can use to ruin the reputation of someone else. You can ruin the reputation of some man. I think today the most vicious thing in some of our churches is gossip that is carried on. I actually advised someone that not too long ago not to join a certain church because I happen to know that some of the worst gossips in the world are in that church. And I want to tell you, they have slandered the reputation of many individuals. Do you know who they are? They are the so called spiritual crowd. I call them the spiritual snobs because that's what they are. With their tongues, they use deceit, and the poison of asp, the adder's poison, is under their lips. Oh, how vicious the uh, the human tongue is! How terrible it can be!